How did this wonderful couple of parts come your way?
Well, you know, we were headhunted. You know, I'll be honest. They came. No,
Opposite.
Yeah. India's actually been working for a very long time and very, very well. But I am at the very, very beginning, and so very boringly, my agent sent me some sides, and I auditioned 3 times.
And then you got the role.
Yeah.
Which is not bad for your first job, really.
This is your first job?
First proper job, yeah.
What is?
Yeah.
Well, wait a minute. What proper job? What do you mean? What did you do before there, Corey?
Yeah, no, I've been to some dark places. No, I've just day played on like a couple of things, you know, like where you just go in for one day and you have like 4 lines. Yeah, but this was my first like sizable thing.
Hello, Charlotte.
Your Majesty.
To you, I'm George.
Bridgerton comes from the novels, but this is totally original and sort of a necessary explanation for how we got to Bridgerton.
Yeah, you've basically hit the nail on the head. In the show, we tackle something called the Great Experiment.
Yeah.
Which is basically the union of George and Charlotte coming together, which is one of interracial marriage. And it brings a segregated society together. And that is why Bridgerton is so beautiful and colourful and filled with so many different people from, you know, different walks of life. But that doesn't come with its own friction and own problems, which we kind of delve into a little bit more in the show. But it feels great to kind of give Bridgerton its foundations and to answer some of the questions that arose from fans from Bridgerton.
Yeah, in a grounded way.
Yeah. It is time we were united as a society. You will make lots of babies. As many babies as possible for my son.
Were you friends before this, or did you become friends because of this?
We go
way back.
Way
back.
Like nappies, diapers.
Yeah, womb to tomb. That's what we always say. No, we didn't.
Not at all.
No, we had no idea. I remember I was
existed.
I was very nervous when I first met you.
Who wouldn't be?
Not
no, I'm joking.
Right, thanks.
But did you know of her work before you've seen her on screen?
Studied it vigorously. No, I didn't, but I came to greatly admire India's work ethic.
It's a steamy series, right? I mean, there's lots of passion and interaction in that way. As friends, how do you? I mean, you must have great trust between you, and how do you work that out? Is it odd at all?
It's exactly what you said. It's trust.
Yeah.
And you know, having a firm understanding of our boundaries, but also why the scenes are being done. You know, nothing in the show is gratuitous. We didn't ever go into an intimacy scene going, why the hell is this in shot? You know, why are we doing this?
Yeah.
Everything we did was considered, it was mapped out and choreographed by our intimacy coordinators, Lucy Fennell and Lucy Talbot. So yeah, it's, you know, this dedication to this kind of
And you feel very protected, you know, it's like filming a stunt scene. You know, like it's not weird to pretend to fight your friend on camera. And it gets to a place where it's not weird to pretend to do the other thing on camera, because you know it's very precise. You know, it's like move your hand to the, you know, left 3 inches on that beat, or you know. So it's very like mechanical.
I realise you have no reason to like me, but if you will give me one evening of your time, it might make you hate me a little bit less.
That's a reasonable idea.
What is the great triumph of the series? It tackles obviously race and division, but coming together, and mental health for King George. Where does it triumph, do you think?
In every kind of corner, I think. You know, it's a love story, but we know that there's a tragedy at the end, and there's something quite, I don't know, special about finding the origin stories of something you already know it ends in disaster. It's that Romeo and Juliet effect of you want to fall in love with these characters to know why the ending is so, you know, why it's so palpable and so powerful, and it holds so much more weight now after we've shot the show, to see these 2 people that just love each other but are lost in time. And but there's just so many elements, you know. There's platonic love, there's this sense of duty and finding what that is, and you know, beautiful imagery and the costumes, and it's just like a whole array of amazing moments coming together and into one project that I think is why it kind of is so successful.
Yeah, it's like a mosaic of like all these different brilliant works of art, really, from all the departments, and told through the main love story, and how those different things are overcome, how that love breaks down barrier after barrier after barrier. Yeah, so it's all told through that beautiful, unconditional love, that lens.
What's happening?
I do not want to fight.
I want to fight with you. Fight with me. Fight for me.
King George is a real pain in the neck in the beginning.
Yeah. Who
really
brought
terrible.
that guy in, huh?
And then she comes and rattles the cage of this, again, very difficult man. Where does, is it midway through that there is a turn? We accept each other, or is it?
What do you think?
It's an understanding rather than an acceptance, because I think the acceptance is there already.
Yeah.
You know, they meet.
We're gonna do this.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It's like, right, we've said our vows. It's through you know, love and health. What is it? Sickness and in health. You know, they've decided it's this is what's going on, but it's the understanding of one another that eventually, you know, brings that love together.
Do you spend time with Golda talking about, well, you know, we're handing the ball back and forth here to each other?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. Tom, our director and exec producer, who's just phenomenal, and Shonda, obviously, Shonda Rhimes, doesn't need any introduction from me. But they were very kind of clear from the beginning that they didn't want me to emulate any of her performance. So I just, you know, I think myself and Golda just wanted to meet in order to kind of be like, hey, like, we're the same person, but not the same character. And it was really interesting to kind of hear her initial thoughts and ideas of where she pitched Charlotte's childhood to be, and, you know, the life that she kind of created for Charlotte as part of her kind of character research. And a lot of what she had imagined and created for Charlotte aligned with the script, which was really helpful and kind of just shows how competent Shonda is, but also how clever Golda is.
Now, is the King George the same King George from
that's
Hamilton?
That's the guy.
You say that guy that walks out and does the big song.
Yeah.
You'll be back.
And actually, I do a couple of singing numbers in this.
But not.
Yeah. No, there's not. It
doesn't look like it.
I think that would be very bad for both myself and the show.
You can. He
Very
has a lovely
different
voice.
interpretations
He has a
of George.
lovely voice.
Does he?
No, I
Phenomenal.
truly do not.
Okay, sing
no,
as
you
King
do
George.
though.
You
Don't
say-
listen to me.
The price of my love's not
That's
a price
a song that
you're
I know,
willing
and I
to
don't
pay.
know the words. No, I think that would destroy everything. That would be the thing that brought Shonda down.
Finally.
Yeah, and it would be my fault, and I would have destroyed everything.
But